I can do this. I can look cool while posing with my shield. Just a little bit more. Ah!
Hello everyone and welcome to the Recap Review. Today we're going to be taking a look at set number 8980, Gresh. The set contains approximately 55 pieces, was released in the winter of 2009, and during time of release was approximately $13. So before we get into the review, let me go ahead and get my disclaimer out of the way. Just because there are pros and cons in this video doesn't necessarily mean they are my personal opinion. I do my best to make these videos as objective as possible, and as such, any and all comments during this video are either community opinions or objective facts about the set I can represent here on camera. So please, unless I explicitly say so, do not assume that anything in this video is my personal opinion. Okay? Alright. Let's get in the set. So story-wise, Gresh is the second Glatorian of the Jungle Tribe. Now, he is relatively new, he's what most consider a rookie, and he's really young, actually, in the story. So Gresh is really the young, kind of naive character. Most people during 2009 considered Gresh, and even Greg Farshney himself, considered Gresh to be the most Toa-like out of any of the Glatorian, who mostly do things for money. So, set-wise, let's go ahead and get some recolors and new pieces out of the way. Starting off with the recolors. This torso piece right here, I believe, personally, that this is a new recolor. It is solid Metru green. Now, I'm sure we've gotten this in bootlegs before. However, I'm not 100% sure at the time of this recording that we got this solid in an official set. So I think Gresh was a debut. Additionally, we have these spikes in lime. These are a new recolor of that piece. Additionally, the feet and the Paraka knee armor, we have these new in lime as well. So we do have those. And actually that's about it for the recolors. As far as new pieces are concerned... Oh wait, nope, hang on. This handpiece right here. That's a new recolor. That is a new piece in Metru Green. Okay, now, new pieces. While we're over here, we have the Thorne Axial launcher, which is 2 pieces. And we have the Thorne Axe. In the story, this is an explosive fruit. Additionally, moving upward, we do have the new helmet piece. This is a melding of lime and Metru Green. You can see this is a helmet. Inside, the Axial piece has these giant 3 spikes. It looks kind of organic mixed with a Technic-based system. We have the new headpiece, which looks similar to Iron Man. Right below that, we have the new neck piece. And this is what is traditionally called the Glatorian neck in the Bionicle building community. On the back, we have this new gear piece. Now, this is a counter for a game that I will go over in the 2009 overview, so keep an eye out for that at the end of the 09 recaps. And finally, we have the new handpiece. We have 2 of these, the left hand and the right hand. This is in Metru Green. And finally, the shield. Now, this is actually 2 parts, and it can be broken apart. The instructions say you can either make it a shield, how it is often displayed as in promotional material, or you can go ahead, move the orientation back a bit, split it apart, and put them on his hands to be kind of like Tonfa-like weapons. And so we can see it looks pretty much like this. Now, this is how it was seen in the movie The Legend Reborn, and it is actually how the instructions tell you to do it. So he does have this. And Poseability, while we're on this subject of the build, Poseability is fairly standard. 3 in the legs, 3 in the arms, and 1 in the head. Now, he, obviously enough, has very long limbs. His limbs are actually the same size. And that is actually an issue that people have with this set. They do not like the proportions. Most people feel that it is very disproportionate, considering the legs and arms are the same length, when that's not true for humans. So a lot of people do not like the proportions since they believe he has monkey arms. And if you stand him up perfectly straight, then his weapons will touch the ground. You will not be able to make his arm go perfectly straight when his weapons are like this. Now, I personally prefer to have his weapons like so, in a shield, because it's a very unique look. It's how it was in the comics, and it is how it is marketed. Now, one issue people have with this, it's actually twofold. First of all, the shield is very gappy, it has a lot of holes. As an actual shield, it's not very effective. Second of all, we can see that this handpiece is meant to look like a human hand. So, by doing this, which a normal Bionicle character would more than likely have it posed with, you make the hand kind of go like that. And it's not really possible. So it looks awkward to a lot of folks. And it limits the posing, the believability of posing that you can feasibly do with this weapon. On the other hand, we have the Thorne Axial launcher. A lot of people actually really like that. It's really easy to use. You kind of grip it up here a bit more, press down, and hope it works. Come on. Thorne Axial launcher, you're embarrassing me. Okay, come on. So you really got to get the right point. I'm going to flip the Thorne Axe upside down, and that worked. So there you go. It does work when you get it just right. Speed doesn't seem to affect it, so you really got to play around with it a little bit. So as far as color scheme goes, he's actually really consistent. He is primarily black, lime, and metro green, and it's a very solid color scheme. The green contrasts, in a lot of people's opinion, very nicely with the metro green, which is a darker shade. The two standouts would more than likely be the blue pins and the red axles, as well as the Thorne Axe launcher, which is the only, aside from the counter, silver component on this set. Now, a lot of people would defend the blue pins and the red axles by saying, well, blue is just a slightly different shade of green, and that's true, so it doesn't stick out as much, and the red actually already has a partner in crime, and that would be the eyes, so it doesn't stick out as much, which are both valid ways of looking at this set. Now, additionally with the build, as I mentioned, people don't like the proportions. They also don't like some of the armor placement. This armor right here, it's not really armor. It kind of just sticks off the back, as you can tell. They also do not like this. Most people feel that it should have been reversed, and you'll actually see this a lot. Most people feel it should be like this. However, the instructions do specify that it looks like this. So there is that. Additionally, because of these spikes coming off the top here, his armor does stick out quite a substantial amount. And so you can see these gaps right here, where normally a standard Anika build would not have that. His head is round, and if you aren't careful, you're going to have the bottom of this helmet kind of rubbing up against the armor. However, articulation is fairly free and clear, so you can move it pretty much wherever you like. And speaking of articulation, posing is really easy to do. Considering you have all the mobility, standard point of articulation, and the unique weaponry here, you can see that posing is really simple, and you can do a lot of dynamic poses. One final thing people do not like about this set would be the open ball joint right here, because obviously he has a somewhat unique look to this Thorne Axe launcher. He holds it more traditionally like a gun, like a standard blaster would be held. And most Glatorian do not hold it like that. So it is somewhat unique. Obviously you have a lot of options here, considering the weapon can split apart into two blades. Most people like to have it as kind of like this shield, which is rare. A lot of people do not see characters holding shields that are colored green. So that generally covers Gresh. What do you guys think? Do you like Gresh? Do you like the primary Jungle Glatorian more? Feel free to let us know either in the comments below or on the TTV message boards at board.ttvchannel.com. Thank you all very much for watching, and join me next week when I will be going over the first Glatorian of the Water Tribe, Teryx. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.